Detective, what is it you're looking for?
Answers. Your son fell off a cliff. I think you'd want some answers, too. Could someone tell me some more about this fight?
Why are you calling it a fight? She told you it wasn't.
Oh, I apologize. I just assumed since Thomas had a role in keeping the secret about your baby that this wouldn't be exactly a friendly conversation.
Well, he was grabbing me, but he was trying to say that he was sorry and wanting to explain.
And did he?
He didn't really get the chance.
Because he fell.
Yes.
How about you, Mrs. Forrester? Can you tell me what happened? Can you help shed some light on this?
I can't really say. It's all a bit of a blur.
Was this an accident, Mrs. Forrester? Or did somebody deliberately push him?
Shauna came here?
Pleading for me to understand why Flo did what she did, hoping that I would help.
And did you?
I really wanted to at first.
Mom!
Wyatt, you know how important Shauna is to me. And Flo, too. Everyone is so quick to indict her. I couldn't jump on that bandwagon, especially knowing what a good person she is.
Is or was?
Well, look, that's the thing. After hearing the whole story from Shauna, I tried so hard to feel some kind of pity for them, but I couldn't. All I could feel was betrayed.
Yeah, well, join the club.
How are you handling all this? Can't be easy.
No, it's not easy. But I'm dealing with it. The only way I know how. Just trying to move on.
Moving on? As in rebound? Is that wise?
Well, maybe Flo was the rebound. Do you ever think about that?
What does that mean? Oh, Wyatt, no. Please don't tell me you're talking about Sally.
Okay, I know what you're about to say. That Sally was dishonest with me too, but she didn't lie about my brother's baby being dead.
Okay, so if we're ranking lies, I don't think that she is a trustworthy person. She put Thomas's needs before yours. Please don't forget that. And she also stole from this company.
Okay, speaking of Thomas, did you hear?
Yes. Terrible.
Yeah, he's in a hospital right now. As opposed to being in a jail cell where he belongs.
There's a man fighting for his life in there, and I want to know why.
Mrs. Forrester?
Oh, me. Is something wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Just letting you know it's okay if you want to sit with your husband now.
Thank you.
Any changes?
No.
You know you don't have to go in there, right?
Actually, some time with Thomas might be good. Excuse me.
You're okay with her being alone with?
Hope is not a threat to Thomas.
Someone else is?
You shouldn't be here. And you wouldn't be if you had just done the right thing. If you had told the truth. You knew about Beth all this time. I will never forgive you for what you did.
Well, let me know if anything changes. Yeah. I'm sending Thomas positive thoughts. You too.
I'm sorry, positive thoughts?
What did you want me to say?
I don't know. But maybe you should send some hope in Liam's way? Maybe Steffi? Huh? All the people that Thomas has hurt along the way?
Of course.
What about me?
Are you kidding me?
Hmm?
I send you positive thoughts all day, every minute of the day. Don't you know that?
What about me and my relationship with Sally? Hmm? Maybe fixing that, getting that back on track?
You know, I don't understand why you can't just take a moment, take a moment to breathe. A couple of seconds ago, you were living with Flo, planning a future with her.
Okay, if there is a small part of you that thinks that is still a good idea.
No, it was a beautiful fantasy. High school sweethearts finding each other again.
Yeah, it was. Awesome story for the next reunion. Except for the small twist of her keeping my niece from her real mother. That...
Oh, well, maybe you should see this more like a life lesson about getting back together with exes. Flo disappointed you. Sally disappointed you too, Don't forget, she was hiding things from you.
That's because Thomas was manipulating her. She thought she was helping a friend, and then he betrayed her trust.
Yeah, but it was a secret that affected your brother, and you had a right to be furious.
Yeah, infuriating things happen in relationships. Disappointments, disagreements, all of that. But you don't just, you walk away. And I did. I mean, Flo came back into my life, and I wanted to see if we could pick up where things left off, and that wasn't fair to Sally. She deserved better. I don't know. I mean, I probably don't deserve a second chance or anything, but I hope she gives me one, because I want to show her how awful I feel about reacting to things. I should have listened to her, and I should have understood the whole situation instead of reacting. But I let the memory of my high school sweetheart and coming back into my life get the best of me. If she does give me a second chance, I'm gonna make sure she knows that I've grown from this. I mean, I don't care if 100 ex-girlfriends come back into town. I'm not running. No, Sally is my girl.
100, huh?
Wow. Hi. Yeah, I mean, give or take a few.
Some more memorable than others.
Mom was just leaving, by the way.
I was?
Yeah, you gotta...
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I should check in at the hospital then. Okay. Sally.
Quinn? Hospital.
Oh, you haven't heard? Thomas had an accident. And it doesn't look good.
You know what I'm concerned about right now, Detective? My son's health and his recovery. And not your ridiculous accusations.
You know what I don't understand? You're a parent. You have a child, so you knew what you were stealing from me, but you didn't care. You saw my grief, you saw my suffering, you saw my pain, and none of it mattered to you. Your selfish desire overshadowed it all. I don't think I've ever hated anyone in my entire life. But I hate you, Thomas. I hate what you did. I hate your lies, and I hate who you've become.
If Thomas doesn't make it... Poor Douglas. I mean, losing both of his parents at such a young age.
Even if he does make it, I don't think he's fit to take care of that kid. Not after everything he's done.
I can't wrap my head around it. I mean, the Thomas that I knew, or I thought I knew, he would never be involved in something like this. I really thought he was a good guy and devoted to his son.
But that's what this is kind of about, in a sick, twisted way. Thomas's devotion to Douglas. I mean, he was obsessed with making Hope Douglas's stepmom.
If I had just spoken up when Thomas said something to me...
No. You couldn't have known how far he'd go. And plus, I don't think this is the best subject for us right now.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah.
I actually would much prefer talking about what I just overheard you saying to your mom.
You mean you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
How much? A lot of it?
Enough.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I meant every word of it. I mean, my mom might not know how much you mean to me, but I hope you do.
I have to admit, you have done a pretty good job of showing it lately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I regret letting you go and just how I ended things.
Didn't I try to tell you that at the time?
Yeah, but I'm a slow learner.
Mm-hmm. Well, can I say something, Mr. Sloth?
Yeah, sure.
It is a big city.
Mm-hmm.
And there are tons of beautiful women walking around. And in my estimate, very few of them are actually involved in a kidnapping. Right. So just because it didn't work out with Flo doesn't necessarily mean
Big
that...
city, tons of women. Yeah, the lucky thing for me, though, is I'm in the same room with the best looking one. The smartest, flashiest redhead in town. And I don't deserve a second chance. I know that. Damn it, I'd be a fool not to try for one.
You lied. You used me. How could you claim to love me when you were hiding the truth about my daughter? Love. Well, I guess it makes two of us because I didn't really love you either. And I think you knew that. And yet you still pursued me. And you manipulated my grief and used it against me, and you used your own son. And you told me the only way I could be a mother was to... And you knew Beth was here the entire time. It makes me sick. I shouldn't even be saying this to you. Because I want you to be awake. I want you to hear the pain in my voice. I want you to wake up. Wake up and prove us all wrong. Prove it to your son. Because he needs you. He already lost his mother, Caroline, and now... What happened, Thomas? Over these past few months that just made you unravel? Was it Caroline? Was it losing her? Because underneath it all, I don't think that's you. So wake up. Don't do it for me. Do it for your son. Prove it to him. Prove that you can be that man. He needs you. He needs his father. Thomas, can you hear me? Oh my God. Doctor! He's waking up.
What?
Oh, thank God.
I'll get the doctor.
You must be so relieved.
Yes.
I am too. Maybe now I can get some answers about how this accident actually happened.
I kind of like this. Being pursued.
Well, I mean, you did say that I'd have to work for it, right?
Oh, yes, and boy, did I mean it.
Yeah.
You can't just say a bunch of pretty things and expect to sweet talk your way back into my arms.
Right.
Did you book that spa weekend yet?
Oh, you were serious about that?
Yeah, I didn't call it boot camp for nothing.
Oh.
Get on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, what's next weekend looking like for you?
I don't know. You tell me. Maybe south of France? Fiji?
For a weekend?
Yeah, we are young and adventurous. The beaches of the world await.
Oh, yeah, as long as you don't suggest that we sleep on one of those beaches like you did when you first came back to Malibu, huh?
I was desperate, and I had nowhere else to go.
Right.
Seemed like a good option at the time, but then some very handsome man very kindly opened up his home.
You know. Yeah, and eventually his heart.
Okay, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe getting away might be a bit much.
Okay.
If we are exploring second chances, then maybe, I don't know, maybe we spend the weekend in Malibu. Back where it started.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I have been given a lot of second chances in my life. And I benefited greatly. So maybe it's time for me to return the favor. You know, now would be a really good time to kiss the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How we looking, Doc?
We'll have to run a few new tests, but I'm quite pleased.
Dad? Hey, son. Welcome back. Right.
Everyone, I know you're all excited to see Thomas, and of course you wish him well, but I don't want to overwhelm him, okay? So perhaps it's best if his father stay with him for now.
Actually, Doctor, I have a few questions for him. Then I'll be on my way.
All right, Detective.
Well, Thomas? Glad to see you're awake. I'm Detective Alex Sanchez from the LAPD. Do you remember what happened? Do you know why you're here in the hospital?
Hospital. He's always not ready for this. Doctor, come on.
Yeah, the hospital. You fell? Thomas, do you remember how you fell?
You were over at Steffi's. You were outside with Hope. Something happened and you fell off the cliff.
But see, that's the question. Did you fall? Is that really what happened? I mean, you weren't there alone. Hope was there. Brooke was there too. Two women who were very angry with you, upset about what you did, your lies about Beth. I mean, they're saying it's an accident. Is that the truth? Was it an accident, Thomas? Or did somebody deliberately try and kill you?
How we looking, Doc?
We'll have to run a few new tests, but I'm quite pleased.
Dad? Hey, son. Welcome back. Right.
Everyone, I know you're all excited to see Thomas, and of course you wish him well, but I don't want to overwhelm him, okay? So perhaps it's best if his father stay with him for now.
Actually, Doctor, I have a few questions for him. Then I'll be on my way.
All right, Detective.
Well, Thomas? Glad to see you're awake. I'm Detective Alex Sanchez from the LAPD. Do you remember what happened? Do you know why you're here in the hospital?
Hospital. He's always not ready for this. Doctor, come on.
Yeah, the hospital. You fell? Thomas, do you remember how you fell?
You were over at Steffi's. You were outside with Hope. Something happened and you fell off the cliff.
But see, that's the question. Did you fall? Is that really what happened? I mean, you weren't there alone. Hope was there. Brooke was there too. Two women who were very angry with you, upset about what you did, your lies about Beth. I mean, they're saying it's an accident. Is that the truth? Was it an accident, Thomas? Or did somebody deliberately try and kill you?
take it you're not all that broken up about Thomas's fall.
I mean, I don't want the guy dead or anything.
Just in prison.
Where he belongs. I'm sorry, you don't agree?
No, I don't think I really know enough about the whole situation.
What? Seriously? Mom, come on. The guy knew that Hope and Liam's baby was alive and did nothing. He manipulated their marriage to end and convinced her to marry him.
Yes, and he's going to get the annulment he so richly deserves, but prison time? Maybe. I don't know, maybe not.
Are you just saying this because he's Eric's grandson or something?
No, I'm not defending him. Please believe me. I mean, I think Thomas made bad decisions, many bad decisions, and he has got some kind of punishment coming to him. But I just don't think it's him lying in a hospital bed or prison.
How's Eric handling this?
Oh, Wyatt, he's worried. He's so worried. He's already buried 2 grandchildren. I don't think he could handle another. Look, you can say what you want to say about Thomas, but this family needs him to pull through.
Like I said, I don't want the guy dead or anything. I'm hoping that he survives and lives a long, full life of regret. I don't understand. Why didn't he come forward the moment he found out? He could have been Hope's hero. Bringing her baby back to her, that would have impressed the woman that he wanted. But instead, he lied. He let her believe that her daughter was dead. I mean, he had the power to give her the one thing in this world that she wanted, and he lied about it. He chose to keep that baby from her, and he ruined so many lives in the process. Hope, Liam, Steffi, Emma. My life, my relationship with Sally ended because of Thomas.
Maybe some things just run their natural course.
Well, it ended prematurely, okay? And now, I mean, I might have a chance to fix that. I don't know. Maybe this time I can do it without Thomas getting in the way.